Childhood trauma is a national issue. Every year, thousands of kids face trauma affecting their future, but no one really talks about it. It makes you wonder if those childhood scars are actually what make the overall health and future of today's society. Childhood trauma is serious and often overlooked until it affects someone that you love. Based on the research, this issue of childhood trauma lacks the recognition that it needs. Today we will cover what is childhood trauma, who it affects, the causes, effects, and prevention method. What is childhood trauma? Childhood trauma became a focus in the late 1990s. ACE, a study adverse childhood experiences. The different types of ACEs probably would surround around parental separation, emotional, sexual, physical abuse or neglect, domestic violence, a parent's death, or suicide. Childhood trauma refers to a frightening, dangerous, or violent event experienced or witnessed by a child under 18 that threatens their very emotional safety. It can include various experiences like abuse, the loss of a loved one. These events can have long-lasting mental and physical effect on a child's brain and development and well-being. The importance of childhood trauma. The importance is the impact on over well-being of childhood trauma. It affects the overall quality and life of who we become. The signs of past childhood trauma would be difficulty with relationships, struggles with trust, intimacy. Maybe there was a person that couldn't trust anybody because of something that happened to them, so they were never truly happy or gave anybody a chance because of those issues. Anxiety, depression, maybe not wanting to go outside, maybe not wanting to talk to anybody. Low self-esteem, feeling unworthy, inadequate, maybe overeating or not eating enough because you don't feel good about how you look in the mirror. These symptoms can widely affect between individuals and may not always indicate childhood trauma. It's important to consult with a mental health professional or a proper assessment to make sure you diagnose yourself the right way or get diagnosed the right way. Who is affected by childhood trauma? Over 19% of women are affected by childhood trauma nationwide. 25% of non-Hispanic or Native adults are also affected by childhood trauma. According to childhood trauma statistics, women tend to have higher trauma scores compared to men, particularly at the high end of the scale of 3 or more advanced childhood experiences. Mostly vulnerable groups like foster kids or people who have went through a lot of different situations tend to be affected more by trauma. The causes of childhood trauma stem from so many things, some which I have already said can have negative impacts. Some of those negative impacts can most likely develop mental health or substance abuse disorder, worsen your mental health conditions due to lack of help or reaching out for help. An example of this would be a little girl would hesitate to seek help due to fear of no one believing her. So because of that, she chooses to do substances and drugs to help cope with her fears. Women 12 times are more likely to struggle with these things like alcoholism, drug abuse, depression, and suicide attempts due to childhood trauma. And here's a list of all the other effects and causes of childhood trauma. some that I may have not mentioned. The effects of childhood trauma are really bad when it comes to children, because children with 4 or more ACEs are 3.7 times more likely to develop anxiety and depression as adults. 9% of children develop anxiety, 4% of children develop depression. 9% of women develop with anxiety, 3.7% of women deal with depression. As well as men, 9.3% of anxiety and 4.4% of depression. Now, how can we help? The prevention methods can stem from preventing the exposure, reduce traumatic reactions, avoid long-term effects, reaching out or speaking or helping one another, educate early, let them know beforehand the steps they can take in order to be ready to prevent something like that, or to stand up or to speak up about it. Find help from schools, doctors, family members, anybody that they trust can be a big source to helping them from facing any more trauma. In conclusion, understanding childhood trauma is vital, as it not only affects the children but everyone else in society. It's really crucial to support and understand those so we can make a difference and help the children, because they are our future. Addressing childhood trauma and doing everything to prevent it and help benefits growing children and society. It's a national issue and we must do everything to prevent it. Thank you.